Stand anywhere in the UK and we can pretty much guarantee you'll be able to see a Vauxhall Corsa. Oh, here we go. Here's one. Since it first went on sale in 1993, the Corsa has become the go-to car for new drivers. I learned to drive in one, the director learned to drive in one, the sound guy learned to drive in one, and if you're learning to drive at the moment, chances are you're learning to drive in one too. 1 in every 25 cars sold in the UK is a Corsa, so you'd expect it to be a very good car, wouldn't you? Well, no, actually. The truth is, previous Corsas have all been a bit... the sort of car you'd only really drive if you hadn't driven something else, which, if you're learning to drive, you haven't. Now though, there's an all-new model. The question is it better than the Corsas which have gone before it? The new Corsa looks pretty similar to the model before it, which is no bad thing because the old model was a very good looking car. The problem, if you can call it a problem, with cars like the Corsa and the Ford Fiesta is that they're so common they don't really have an image to speak of. Inside, the improvements are obvious. Whereas the old Corsa was functional but plain, the new model is bang up to date with an all-new interior design, which features gloss plastics, a new steering wheel design and smatterings of chrome. The Corsa has never been the most inspiring car to drive, and it still isn't. The steering is a little lifeless and it doesn't handle quite as well as some of the best cars in the class. On the other hand, the ride is very good, and although there's quite a lot of road noise at speed, you only really hear it because the cabin is so well insulated against wind and engine noise. It's a very comfortable car to drive too, and it has that big car feel that tricks you into thinking you're driving something much larger. There are 4 petrol engines on offer, but the pick of the range is the one we have here, a 1 litre petrol turbo, which is available with either 89 or 113 brake horsepower. It's a great engine, revvy, perky at low speeds, and incredibly refined for a 3-cylinder unit. Other engines include a 1.4 litre petrol turbo, a 1.4 litre petrol naturally aspirated, and a couple of diesels. There's also an entry-level 1.2 petrol, which despite being the least powerful model in the range, is more than capable of hauling the Corsa around. Most Corsas come with Vauxhall's Intellilink communications system, which consists of a 7-inch colour touchscreen and is compatible with both Apple and Android phones. It's not the best system around, but it does the job. On top of this, all Corsas come with a decent stereo with USB and aux-in sockets, and Bluetooth is standard across the range. We've no complaints here. The Corsa is one of the biggest small cars in its class with more than enough space inside for 4 6-footers. On top of this, it's available as a 3 or 5 door and the boot's a good size too. One of the Corsa's biggest plus points is its cost. Vauxhall slashed prices across the range by up to £3,000 when they brought in the new model, which means you get a great deal of car for your money. On the downside, Corsas don't tend to hold on to their value very well, so you won't get as much of your money back when you come to sell as you would with, say, a Polo or a Fiesta. We'll be honest with you, although the new Corsa is a big improvement over the old model, it's still not quite good enough to challenge the best cars in the class. However, while it isn't an excellent car, it is a very good one. It's practical, well equipped, and because it's a Vauxhall, it should be easy to run. So, if you're looking for a small car and you're thinking of buying a Corsa, we'd say go ahead.